Well, we saw two movies tonight. We saw Pacific Rim and the theater was completely empty, and we saw Grown Ups 2 and the theater was completely filled. What does that tell us about America?
It scares me. So Grown Ups 2 is the sequel to Grown Ups, with Adam Sandler playing around with his friends again. And I think the Grown Ups movie in the first place was pretty much an attempt at proving what they could do with zero talent and zero story. And they're just like, hey, everyone, come together. We don't have a script. Let's just shoot it and see if America comes to the movie theater.
It's just basically kind of a mishmash of, like you said, failed, rejected Saturday Night Live skits or whatever. And it features many actors from Saturday Night Live. And it's obvious that Adam Sandler's bringing all of his friends together to do another one. Let's have them all in the same spot again. Let's work up some crazy schemes and some basically gags and see which ones stick.
They kind of just go about one day in their life, but there's really no point. Like, they go to Kmart, they practice football, they jump off a cliff naked, and then they have a 1980s themed party.
And a fight with Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, that's Grown Ups too.
Yeah, every one of Adam Sandler's friends in the film at some point. Like I leaned over to him and I was like, I'm just waiting for Steve Buscemi, and like 2 scenes later, there he was.
Pops up, and then Shaquille O'Neal pops up.
Right, which is nice, I guess. When I go into a movie like this, I know what I'm expecting. I'm not walking into an Adam Sandler comedy thinking like, this is going to be amazing or this is going to be great. Unfortunately, because I used to really like his comedies in the 90s.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, he called this shit poop.
His comedies were kind of similar back then. You know, they were very sophomoric. I don't know if it maybe was because I grew up with it or not. They did seem a little bit more like they actually were trying. And now it's just like, let's just get these guys in the shot and try to make it look nice.
Yeah, let's just do that bland formula that gets people in the theater and make them think that they've seen a good movie.
Right.
The only risk this movie really takes is really, they try to push the limits of how stupid the audience is at times. I'm not gonna lie, there's a few funny moments in this movie.
A couple.
And then that comedic moment is ruined by that stupid writing and the stupid fart joke that they feel like they have to include every 10 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, it was true because there were a lot of gags where there would be a joke and I was like, you know what, that actually wasn't awful. Like, okay, I got a chuckle out of that. But then, like you said, there would be like an added thing at the end of the scene to kind of cap it off that made it just go,
yeah, oh, poopy, oh, a fart joke, oh, a burp and a fart at the same time. That's comedy gold, folks. A few things I liked about the movie. Let's be a little bit positive for about 3 seconds here.
You cover that section, because I don't really have anything.
I was hey, that's fair enough. I was pleasantly surprised at how bad the movie wasn't. I'm not saying it's a great movie or a good movie even. A few funny things was David Spade's son in this movie, who's like 6'5". He looks like a cheap version of Thor who wears flannels.
It's just an excuse to get all of these Hollywood actors into one spot and try to create some incredibly over-the-top movie. And I don't really have a problem with that. Like, I'm fine with laughing at sophomore comedy. There were jokes in the movie that I thought were funny. It just, none of it actually makes sense. Like, continuity is totally out the window. Like, from one scene there'll be, let's just put David Spade in a tire and throw him down a hill, and let's have vomit like shoot out 20 feet afterwards.
Yeah,
you know?
a CGI tire.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam Sandler knows how to at least please the male audience. Even if it's a terrible movie, he at least gives you a little bit of eye candy.
Yeah, he does. And then, all of a sudden, you get to have a male cheerleader car wash as well. So, I mean, it's like you said, they give you a good thing, and then they put some crap to top it off. And that's exactly what we get with Grown Ups 2. It's just, I'm sorry. I did not like this movie at all. Like, I can tell you guys, I can honestly tell you that I would have probably hated this movie if I hadn't seen it with you. Like, it added something that we could at least be like, wow, this is truly awful.
Hey, that's really fucking stupid. That's what this movie had going for it. You know, seeing it with somebody helps a little bit. And I think that's fair enough to say with most comedies. If you sat there in a dark room watching a comedy movie, first of all, it's a little bit depressing in the first place. But, you know, watching it with somebody else, it adds a little bit of humor, a little bit of, you know, you can at least enjoy the movie in a bad way.
If you're the kind of person that's going to like this movie, then you're going to like it, okay? Whatever him or I say to deter you from going to Grown Ups 2, it's not going to matter. You're going to like this movie. There was a girl at our theater cracking up at every single joke. Everything was perfect. Everything hit for her. If you're that type of audience member, more power to you, go enjoy it. But anyone else probably is going to not enjoy this movie.
They just formulated this movie just to be the most broad, appealing movie ever. And it's a little bit watered down at times, but at little tokens, you can see these comedic geniuses that are in the movie, which are now, they're in comas. But every once in a while, they wake up for just a second, and they give you something funny. And then it's ruined by the fart jokes.
Yeah, it's dumb. I'm going to give Grown Ups 2 a D+. It's just... It's just dumb.
And I think I'm going to give Grown Ups 2 a C-. You know, if you watch the movie alone, I'd probably give it closer to around a D. But you know what? I got a few chuckles. We made fun of it a few times. I think that added to the experience. That's Grown Ups 2.
That sound you just made is like in Grown Ups 2 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So guys, thanks for watching. I'm here with my buddy John. I'm staying at his house in Indiana for a while. We went and saw Pacific Rim also tonight. That review is going to be on his channel because I've already reviewed it. You've seen that. We're going to go review that on his channel. The link is in the description if you want to go check that out. And as always, guys, if you like this, you can click right here.
And get Stuckmanized.
And get Stuckmanized.
That's sticky right there.